what's that show that everybody wanted me to Breaking Bad. Was that meth they were making? Was that methamphetamine? I liked it till the point where he let that one chick die. And she was laying on her back, and all he had to do was put her on her side, and he let her die. That's when I hated him. I was like, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I was like, you son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, I was just, I so hate the guy. I mean, I kind of wanted to take him out myself. I mean, I liked the show until he did that. That's just, that ruined it for me. But I get a little depressed after he kills that girl, though. I mean, it really gets depressing. That's when it turned for me. When he killed the girl, I mean, oh God, talk about a sick feeling. I just felt so sick. It was just so wrong. I mean, I could understand like if somebody for revenge, but that made no sense. And then the kicker on all this crap is that I kind of looked like the guy a little bit. And the stupid, immature little security guard at work, so I looked a little bit like him. The guy thought I was a criminal or something. So the guy would sit there, and the stupid little security guard, he was actually a police officer, but he would sit there and watch me for hours on end as I worked. He's sitting on his ass. This guy's sitting on his ass, watching me work my ass off for hours on end. You know, just looking at, watching every little move I make. Oh my God. I wanted to strangle the little guy. Well, I mean, I didn't want to strangle him, but and I didn't figure out why he watched me so close. I guess in his warped, distorted little security guard, well, he was a police officer, in his warped little mind, that was his favorite show, Breaking Bad. So he would watch me thinking that I'm that guy. And then he's going to catch me, and that's going to be his big arrest. His big break when I do something that because he thought that I was that guy in his head. I mean, it was so stupid. I didn't figure it out until almost the last day when I quit that job. I didn't know why in the hell this guy was watching me, and then we got to talk, and finally he found out I was quitting, and it's like the ice finally broke between this little psychopath. Come to find out that was his favorite show. He was obsessed with it. So in his warped little distorted mind, he thought that I was that guy. He thought I was the guy in Breaking Bad. I didn't know that he thought that. I didn't know that until the very last day I quit. And the guy would always watch me like a hawk. It was just everywhere I went, the little psychopath was watching me. And what made me so mad is he's sitting on his butt the whole time. I'm busting my butt, working like a dog, you know. And he's sitting for hours on end watching me, just watching me. But I'm a very sensitive person. I pick up on crap, you know. It's like I got a super radar. I mean, I didn't let it bother me, but it was like a monkey that decided to take up on your back, you know. And you knew it was there. You knew the damn little monkey was on your back, but you weren't allowed to smack it off. So that's what it was like. I had this little monkey on my back, but I wasn't allowed to smack it off. That's what he was doing. Because he was warped in his mind. He thought that I was Heisenberg. You know, I almost nailed him once. I was so tired of him like scrutinizing me that one time I would start watching him then. So I started watching this guy. I seen a crack in his armor. He had slipped outside. You know, he's supposed to be doing a security guard little job, but he had slipped outside, and his girlfriend came by, and he was in the car talking to her, and so he spent all that time. And I thought, you know something? Now I'm gonna get him. Now I'm gonna send a letter to his boss and tell him that he's out to the boss of the place that I knew he worked, and I was gonna nail him. I was gonna nail him. So I thought, I finally got you, you little varmint. You've been sitting there watching me. And it was going to be an anonymous letter, you know. I don't know how much weight that would have carried, but then he would have had somebody watching him. You know, instead of him watching me all the time, then all of a sudden somebody be watching him. And I always called him security guard, even though he's a real police officer. Anytime I called, and needed him, I would say, "Where's the security guard at?" Because I just couldn't see him as a police officer. I just couldn't do it. And talk about an easy job. He did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. Then he had a little bike. The guy had a little bike. So every once in a while you're supposed to ride his little bike around the building, but he only rode the bike around the building when he felt like going for a bike ride. It wasn't because he really cared about, checking up on the security of anything. It was just his little bike to go for a little bike ride around the building whenever he felt like going to bike riding. I mean, I was kind of jealous, to be honest, because I was killing myself for $8 and I was making $9 an hour. And I'm killing myself. And he's sitting there watching me for hours on end, watching me bust my butt. And he's sitting. Oh. And here I'm almost twice his age. I'm twice his age. And I'm the one that's busting my butt. I'm busting my butt. You know who I also got a disliking for? The paramedics and the EMTs. And they had a special little room for these guys that they could go to. And it was only for them. And they would sit there waiting to do a transport for 12 hours. In the little room, it had a TV for them, internet, food in the refrigerator for them. They'd get pizza for them sometimes. They had pop, water, anything they wanted. A little break room for them, like they needed a break. Like they really needed a break. They're sleeping and getting paid. How many people can sleep and get paid?